what song he was going to play for me. So I just want to thank all you guys and women for coming here tonight. Caught myself on that one. And you know, there's a common theme going on tonight, right? Vulnerability. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm going to share with you where I was. I didn't always look put together. I tried. But 3 years ago, I was in a very dark place in my marriage. My husband was working over 60 hours a week. I was working a lot. We just never saw each other. We had opposite schedules to the point where we became roommates. At that time, we had no time for ourselves, no time for each other, no time for family, and no time for God, which led us into a separation, which led us then into being single parents for my, at the time, 2-year-old daughter. Now she was with him half of the time and she was with me the other half. And honestly, being a powerful woman, I was like, I can see myself getting divorced. And even worse, I could see myself without a husband. Because you know why? I don't need you financially. I'm good, I got this. And I had that attitude. Because as a powerful woman, that's what we do to march forward. You know, that's how we survive. We just do it. We don't care. And I stand here today because I wasn't always balanced. But if I can make one powerful woman realize how to become balanced, then this meeting, this POW was all worth it. So I'm gonna just share with you some of the things that I went through to become balanced. Yes, it's a triangle, not an octagon. We only got 15 minutes. So the base is spirituality. Okay, mind you, I put a lot of transitions there, I don't mind. I'm from the corporate world, so give me a break. So one side is business and career, the other side is family and friends. So you're centered. A triangle is centered. This is not an isosceles triangle. This is an equal triangle to remain balanced. And the foundation to this triangle is spirituality. Now there's all different forms of spirituality, but the version is basically, the point is to tap into a higher power other than yourself. Because as being powerful women, we think we don't need to do that. We think, I got this. I don't need anybody. But there comes a point in your life where you know you have to, and you have to call upon that higher power. And that higher power for me is God. Amen. Now, no matter what that higher power is for you, if you know what that is, great, go back to it. If you don't know what that higher power is, go search for it. All we know as powerful women is that we need to tap into that higher power, whatever that is. And the amazing thing is when I started to tap back into that power, I started to be around like-minded individuals. And you don't want to be around a powerful bunch of powerful women, because this is how we look like. Take the males out of there. Oh, sorry, we have to leave a couple of you guys in there. But anyways, when I started to surround myself with like-minded individuals, what started to happen is my posture started to change. My confidence started to come back, because you know what? I knew that I was never alone. No matter where I was, what was going on in my life, I knew I was never alone. And then the people around me started to lift me up. So the foundation I was standing on was no longer shaky. It was solid, it was grounded, and I knew now that I was ready to take on my new career. As Hale mentioned, I came from the corporate world, and I was taking on a new venture to become an entrepreneur. And as a powerful women, we're very, very busy. That's right, we're very busy. We ride that line between busy and chaos. But a balanced, powerful woman knows how to ride that thin line as close as she can to chaos, because she has an organization tool. She knows how she's going to get things done. And that organization tool for me is my calendar. Because you can ask everybody. I can't remember anything. I can barely remember my daughter's name. Thank you, hypothyroid. But thank you, Revive It All. But I live by that calendar. What time I have to meet, who I have to call, what time to pick up my daughter, what event is going on. Because I know I need to put it in there. Because powerful women think we can remember everything. I used to think that, it's okay, I remember it. Then all of a sudden I remember I didn't remember, and oh my gosh, what's going on? All of a sudden I'm running around with a chicken out of head. And all of a sudden busy became chaos. And so a balanced, powerful woman knows that she needs tools. Because you can pile it all you want, as long as I know what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I'm meeting with. And so that's how we're able to take control and be balanced. And another thing that powerful women need to do is separate emotions. And what I mean by that is not being emotional and crying all the time. Is we always have unseen events that's going to come our way. So how do we handle them? You know, like you had a babysitter and all of a sudden that babysitter fell through and now you're upset and then you're angry, you're resentful. It still doesn't stop the fact that you still don't have a babysitter. So what we need to do is remove that emotion so we can think clearly, and then we can move forward to the resolution in the first place. And the good news is, when you remove that emotion, that anger, whatever is coming your way, more people will be more likely to want to help you to find a resolution, right?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, have you ever been there, that part where something happens and you start snapping? Because I did. Do you think that person wants to help me find a solution? No. And so being balanced, balanced, powerful women, we need to know to separate that. Because, you know, as women, we are emotional, right? Not me, but most. Now, powerful women, most powerful women, don't play nicely. But a balanced, powerful woman knows you need to play nicely. And so in a room of 100+ women, I'm just like, wow. And some powerful women take it as a threat. I say, bring it on. I say, these are amazing friends. So if I see a successful woman, I sit right next to her. I want to know how she became successful, what is she doing, how can I learn, and lastly, how can I help her become even more successful? Right? Yes. Because as women, we're so busy tearing each other down that we forget we can all be up at the same time. Right? Yes. So imagine this, a room of powerful women thinking and helping each other, raise each other up. Imagine the impact we can have. And imagine people saying, well, what is this going on? What is this POW event? We gotta get a bigger room. These women are crazy, they're having so much fun, what's going on? That's because we're here to help each other instead of tearing each other down. So you always remember that, you know, when you're around other women. The women that are running away, peace. The women that are stay, big things are happening, so stick around. So make friends, which brings me to the next subject, friends and family. Now, powerful women, a lot of times our priorities are not in line, right? Everything else comes above us and we're on the bottom. So what happens when we don't eat right, like Brandy said? What happens when we don't spend our money? What happens when we don't sleep? What happens? You come out through your door and your daughter, my poor daughter, hi mommy, hey. Oh, my husband's like, what's to eat? I don't know. What? That's what happens because we forget to prioritize ourselves. And when we don't prioritize ourselves, how can we take care of our family? How can we take care of ourselves? So we always gotta make sure that our priorities are in order, because a lot of times we don't. Remember to have fun. Sorry, remember I told you, how do I remember things? Calendar. Exactly, a calendar. We need to remember to have fun. I don't think a lot of times we don't remember that. We need to schedule this time for fun. Doesn't matter if that time is half an hour, whatever it is. And coming from the corporate world to being an entrepreneur, I had a hard time with it. Because I thought being an entrepreneur means I'm on all the time. Call me whenever you want, in the middle of the night, in the middle of a meeting, in the middle of my daughter's play. Doesn't matter, call me and I'll take it. And it started to exhaust me. My family and friends started to resent me. My daughter started to like, hey, are you paying attention? And then I started to realize I needed to schedule that time. And the thing is, when you schedule that time, people start to respect you. They start to respect your time. And so what happened is my team members stopped calling me during that time because they knew it was my time. They knew I wasn't going to pick up the phone in the first place, so don't even call me. But in order for that to happen, you need to prioritize that. You need to prioritize that first before that even happens. Because if you don't draw those boundaries for people, then you might as well pick up that phone 24/7, because that's what's going to happen. So you got to make sure in order for that to happen, you need to set those boundaries and schedule some fun. And lastly, this is a hard one. Ask for help. Ask for help. You know, if we want to schedule that fun time, if we want to prioritize, us to go work out or whatever we need to do, we need to ask for help. And a lot of times, we don't want to do that, because I know I had a hard time. Don't worry, I got it. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay, I don't need your help. Oh, I got it. And over there, I'm kind of going crazy. And those words, it was so hard for me. It's like this big pride. I need help. Like, it was like, never mind. That I couldn't cough up those 3 simple words. And so today, I want to get us to practice, because I know a lot of powerful women in this room have never used them, hardly used them, or forgot how to use them. So I want to get us to practice. So I want you to talk to the person across you, because I think the seating is better. And I want you to say these 3 words. I need help.
I need help. I need help.
What is that?
How can we help you?
Thank you.
One more time.
I need help.
Thank you. I love it. Never forget it, because you know why? I stand here in front of you guys today because that's exactly what I did. I asked for help. I didn't want to, but I had no choice. And so 3 years ago, being separated, asking God to help me find the strength, find the clarity to help me. And because of that vulnerability, that pride put on the side, I'm happy to say I'm celebrating my 10-year anniversary. And we're raising my daughter together, my 5-year-old daughter together. And that's why I'm standing here in front of you guys, because we have a room of powerful women. But sometimes we get that mixed up. We forget that that's all us. So asking for help is huge. So I want to leave you with these 2 questions. You ask yourself this: am I a powerful woman? Or am I a balanced, powerful woman? Because the only difference between those 2 women is stepping back and looking and realizing how unbalanced you really are and doing something about it. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like a balanced, powerful woman. Thank you, Arsena. Arsena, what is that?
That's my friend. That's my friend.
What is that?